It was a typical teenager's life in a big city and that, and they like playing football with other people and that, and to be honest with you, I like nightlife and going out and things like that. I had a motorbike and just was going through the motion really of growing up and that, and then I had a road accident which left me disabled, and from there my life just changed then. I was a different person then. I can remember turning into the road where it happened, but that's it then. So I was going to visit family in a different town, and apparently I'd hit a car and gone through the windscreen on my motorbike. Apparently my dad was told, could you come in because we didn't think he'd make it, and I was for about 3 weeks unconscious for 3 weeks. And then when I actually woke up, they were doing a scan on me, and because I can still remember to this day them putting like this cold stuff on my head. And I went to roll up to get out of bed, but I couldn't move my arm or my leg then, so I banged and smashed myself on the floor, and they had to put cot sides next to the bed. And that was when I first realised that there was something different and something wrong. I seemed to say to myself, oh, I'll be alright tomorrow, but I wasn't. When it came to being discharged, I can just remember having lots and lots of falls and lots of anger issues. I became a sort of immature, like I used to be quite laid back and cool, but I wanted things done right away. If I had a job to do, I couldn't leave it till the next day because I'd forgotten what I was going to do. And that's when it started to become a reality check then. As I'm speaking to you a sentence, I'm already on the next 2 or 3 sentences, and I've got to get them out before I forget them. I probably fell into a rut where I didn't really look after myself very well, and I had too much time on my hands, but the problem was I was thinking too deeply then and taking things out of proportion. I think that if somebody would have actually sat down with me and talked to me and slowed me down, because at 17, although one side of me wasn't working, the other side wanted to go. I had no other skills, so I spent 3 years on the dole, and just all I used to do was I'd go into the pub having 3 halves of lager every day and playing darts. There was nothing else for me to do. There was no centre. There was nothing like Headway. You were on your own. So then I decided I would drive a taxi, and I did that for 10 years. But unfortunately, I think it was a delayed reaction. I developed epilepsy, so I got stopped from working. I didn't understand, and then that was a dark period for me, because I thought, how much more am I going to get dealt? Because I just felt the pride of me being able to drive, pass my test first time, had all been swept away then. Because to be honest with you, nobody cares. Nobody cares apart from me here. If I told anybody I passed my first time, it goes over the head. It's not really, but to me, it's a mountain climbed. I kept on trying to get there, but the problem is that my mental health issues make me have mood changes, mood swings, all kinds. The medication didn't help because my response and my ability to read is quite frustrating for me to do. I can write. I can write all the poems, or if I can take 10 minutes and write another one. Like I wrote one this morning, it took me 10 minutes. But if you asked me to read it back to you, I couldn't read it back. A lot of my friends, like I wrote in one of my poems, a lot of my friends seen a different person in me, and they didn't so much abandon me, but you didn't see so much of them then, because you couldn't join in the group, what they used to do. And long-term relationships, I never really, The only person that I ever really loved was, I can say I loved dearly, was my mother, but she's gone now, like, and that affects me a lot still. I can write things about love and romance and that, like, but I can't feel that. You know, I just can't open up. There's always like a locked door, say, on your heart or something. Headway was something that I'd thought about in the past, but I didn't have any real ambition or motivation to do it. One of the ladies, she said, why don't you come down to the art on Wednesdays? She said, come on. So I said, okay, I'll go. And I fitted in quite well. But when I went there, I did some art, and I let my imagination go, I let my ideas go, and they were really liked by people, like you saw with the place I did and that. I just said to myself, I'll have a go with that, I think. We had one lady downstairs, it was her birthday. So I wrote her a poem wishing her a birthday, saying how beautiful and wonderful she is for our group. She was crying her eyes out there. I said, I can't have this, I gotta go home. You know, did I do something wrong there? You know, they're all saying no, it was for... See, that's what I've got now, is I'm probably more emotional now than what I used to be. And I'm learning about myself and saying to myself, if you're doing good to someone, don't hold it back. Be good to someone. Being with Headway has probably taught me about myself as well as other people, because I used to think it's quite easy when you've got nobody around who understands you to sit in the corner. What Headway did was, if you were to go down to our moving tribe group, and there's 12 people there, everybody has had a head injury, but everybody has got different symptoms. So therefore, not only does it raise awareness of myself, it raises awareness of what other people may have ended up with, which is an education. Quite precious and important, because don't forget, we're all different down there, but we're all a team. And like I say, we're like a bicycle chain. If we don't pull together, we're not going anywhere. That's good, isn't it? You know, it's quite clever, that one. I like that. Yes, I think we should all keep a fire going. Once your fire goes out, then you're a couch potato, aren't you? You don't do nothing. I've got ideas for art and things like that. I'd like to do a project of art which involves all of the group, but most of all, I'd like to be able to say, when my light goes out, I tried my best for what I had, and that's it. That's all I can say, really. Otherwise I'll start crying. You know, so that's the best I can say, is that if I can help others make their lives better, well, isn't that an achievement in itself?